My reflection won't sleep. Part 1 of 5. Delayed response. It started with a blink. One of those casual, end-of-day rituals. I brushed my teeth, spit, wiped my mouth, looked in the mirror for a second too long and blinked. Only this time I saw it. A lag. My eyelids had closed, but the reflection lingered. Just a fraction of a second. Barely noticeable. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. I shook my head, blinked hard again. Nothing. Still, the image stayed with me. Not like fear. More like curiosity with edges. The next night, I stared a little longer. My mind wanted to dismiss it. Eyes get tired. Light reflects weird. Glass warps slightly over time. There were a dozen logical reasons for what I thought I saw. But my gut knew better. And the mirror seemed to know I was paying attention. A few nights later, the delay became undeniable. I brushed my hair, absent-mindedly watching myself in the mirror. My head tilted slightly, and the reflection hesitated. Just for a moment, like a dropped frame in a video. Then it copied me. I didn't flinch. I didn't blink. But inside, I felt something crawl behind my ribs. I tested it. Raised my right hand. The reflection raised its left as it should. But too slowly. Deliberate. Like it was watching me first. Then copying. I stepped back. The mirror self remained still, just a breath too long before stepping in sync. That night, I left the bathroom light on. For a while, I stopped looking at the mirror altogether. I avoided it like people avoid the eyes of someone they suspect is lying, not out of fear, but out of self-preservation. As if, by acknowledging it, I was giving it permission. But of course, avoidance never lasts. Late one night, half asleep and water-thirsty, I wandered into the bathroom and forgot myself. I glanced up as I reached for the faucet, and the reflection was still staring at me. Eyes open, unblinking, watching. It didn't smile. It didn't move. But it knew. It knew I saw it. The next day, I covered the mirror with a towel. And that night, I slept better. I told myself it was overreacting. That I'd been tired. That I was under too much stress. I even laughed about it once while making coffee. Felt proud. Logical. Sane. But when I came home that evening, the towel was on the bathroom floor. Neatly folded. And in the center of the sink, drawn in condensation on the mirror's surface, was a single word. Watch. Part 2 of 5. The smile. I didn't want to. I really didn't. But I looked anyway. The mirror was fogged at first, from the shower steam. I stood in the doorway, towel around my waist, staring through the blur like it was a veil. Then it cleared, and my reflection was already staring back. Wide-eyed. Alert. And then it smiled. Not a big grin. Not a creepy clown stretch. Just a gentle, knowing curve at the corners of the mouth. It didn't match mine. I wasn't smiling. My face was blank, frozen in disbelief. But the thing in the mirror was so calm, so content, like it had waited long enough and now it was pleased. I stumbled backward, nearly slipping on the wet tile. When I looked again, the smile was gone. The reflection was normal. My face again. My body mirroring me perfectly. No delay. No hesitation. But that didn't mean it had forgotten. That night, I dreamed I was standing in front of the mirror, staring, smiling. Only I wasn't the one controlling the smile. I could feel the muscles pulling, the cheeks rising. But my mind was still. Something else had moved me. When I woke up, my face ached. Part 3 of 5. Cover and return. I covered the mirror again. Not with a towel this time. With duct tape and thick cardboard. I made sure not even a sliver of glass was exposed. I sealed the edges. I even turned the mirror to face the wall. That night, I slept better than I had in weeks. Until the knock. A soft, deliberate tap, tap, tap from the bathroom. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. Another tap. Louder. Then silence. In the morning, the mirror was back on the wall. Facing forward. Uncovered. The cardboard was gone. The tape was gone. No remnants. No dust. It was spotless. As if it had never been touched. My reflection stood still as I entered the room. No smile. No blink. But as I reached for the light, my reflection reached first. I hadn't moved yet. It moved first. Part 4 of 5 unmatched movements. Started copying me wrong. My right hand brushed my hair, the left hand in the mirror followed, sluggish and shaky. I leaned forward and it leaned too far, like it wanted to crawl through. One night, I sneezed and the reflection didn't. It just watched. Then came the dream. I was back in the bathroom, standing before the mirror. My reflection stared at me, blinking out of rhythm. Then it smiled. It lifted both hands slowly and pressed them against the glass. I stood frozen. Then its mouth moved. No sound, but I could feel the words in my chest. Let me out. Its hands began to push through the glass, like it had turned to water. I screamed. But in the dream, the scream came from the other side. Part 5 of 5, reversal. I woke up to silence. The room was cold. I felt heavy. Wrong. I walked to the mirror, dreading what I'd see. And there it was. Me. Sleeping. My reflection was lying down. Peaceful. I blinked. The reflection didn't. I raised my hand. The reflection didn't move. Then slowly it opened its eyes, looked at me, and lifted a single finger to its lips. "SHH," it whispered. "Now I get to live."